So you've probably heard of Perplexity AI, right? Well, it's not just a search engine anymore. With its latest update called Comet, it's becoming something way, way more powerful. We're talking about a complete change in how we even think about using the internet.
And really, it all comes down to this one question. What if your browser stopped being a passive tool that just finds stuff for you and became an active partner that actually does stuff for you? That's the huge idea we're going to dig into right now.
Okay, so let's break that down a bit. A normal search engine, it finds information. You ask a question, it gives you a bunch of links. An AI agent, though, it executes tasks. It's not there to answer a query, it's there to complete your entire project. The goal isn't links, it's a finished result. It's the difference between being a researcher yourself versus being the director of a whole research team.
To really get our heads around this, we're going to walk through 5 key areas. We just talked about this big AI agent shift. Next, we'll see how these agents help you master research, then how they can actually drive business growth, automate your operations, and finally, and this is a big one, we're going to tackle the question of power versus privacy.
All right, let's jump right into our first big topic: mastering information and research. This is all about finally taming that absolute chaos of the web and turning a fire hose of data into something you can actually use. You know the feeling, right? You're doing some research and suddenly you're drowning in like 50 different browser tabs. It's a nightmare. Well, the research agent is designed to fix exactly that problem. It lets you bundle all those messy tabs into one clean, organized workspace, and then it just gets to work. And here's where the magic happens. Instead of you having to read every single tab one by one, the agent reads all of them at the same time, and it figures out the main themes connecting them. It can even do some basic fact-checking on what it finds. And maybe the best part, you can save your really complex prompts as simple shortcuts, turning huge research tasks into a single click.
But what if you could take this a step further, beyond just one-off research projects? That's where the news synthesizer agent comes in. Think of it as your own personal, self-updating intelligence hub that automatically finds the most important news for you every single week.
The real game changer here is the automation. You just tell it what you want to track, the agent goes out, finds the latest news, connects to your Notion database or whatever you use, and just fills it in for you. And you can schedule it to run every week, so your knowledge base is literally building itself while you sleep.
And this isn't just for news articles. It's amazing for qualitative research, too. I mean, imagine trying to find real insights in a YouTube comment section. That used to take forever, or you'd need some complicated API. Now, an agent can just dive in, pull out what real customers are saying, and save you an unbelievable amount of time.
This leads us perfectly into our second section, driving growth, because now we're moving from just gathering information to actually using these agents to create real business opportunities. And the impact is just wow. Take competitor analysis. That's a task that used to take hours of mind-numbing copy-pasting and spreadsheet work. Now, a live marketing intelligence agent can do it in about 15 minutes. It analyzes multiple competitor websites live all at once.
Or how about lead generation? You can set up a leads monitoring agent to scan places like Reddit for people asking specific high-intent questions. It finds potential customers, figures out their main problems, and then emails you a neat little summary of qualified leads. It's like having your own lead gen machine working for you 24/7.
But of course, finding the leads is only step one. This next agent takes you all the way from the initial research to actually starting that first conversation.
For any sales team out there, this workflow is an absolute game changer. The agent finds companies that fit your perfect customer profile, scanning everything from their websites to job postings for buying signals. Then, it researches the right person to contact, drafts a super personalized email based on what it finds, and saves it right in your Gmail drafts, just waiting for you to hit send.
Now here's a really interesting one. The SEO content brief agent can do something most other AIs can't touch. It can analyze Google's new AI overviews. You can tell it to look at the AI-generated answers for a keyword, figure out why Google likes those sources, and then create a super detailed content brief to help you rank. It's a secret weapon.
Okay, moving on to our third section, automating operations. This is where we really start to see how these agents can become like a virtual team of specialists working just for you. And this is where it gets incredibly powerful. You can literally give the agent your company's playbook.
Feed it a process doc for, say, a conversion audit, and it will follow your exact step-by-step method to a T, delivering a perfect, consistent result every single time. We're not just talking about automation here, we're talking about cloned expertise.
Need to hire somebody? The talent sourcing agent can search job sites using all your specific criteria, skills, years of experience, even what you're willing to pay. And what you get back is a clean ranked summary of qualified candidates. This means you spend your time actually interviewing the best people, not just screening endless profiles.
And maybe the most comprehensive agent of all is the executive assistant. When you connect it to your Google Workspace, it truly acts like a digital chief of staff. It can look at your calendar, see you have a meeting, research everyone who's attending, and put together a briefing doc for you. It completely offloads that mental burden of admin work so you can stay focused on the big picture.
So, all of this sounds incredible, right? Almost too good to be true. Which brings up the obvious question: what's the catch? With an AI that has this much access to your browser, we have to talk about privacy.
And that brings us to our final and honestly, probably our most important section: balancing all this power with your privacy. How do you use all these amazing features while making sure your sensitive data stays safe?
Well, you've got two key ways to manage the risk. First, you can go into your settings and block access to sensitive sites, like your bank, and you can stop your data from being used for training. But the number one recommendation is to isolate the data completely. Just create a totally separate Google account that you only use for these AI tasks. It creates a secure sandbox for your work, and it guarantees your private data stays private. When you step back and look at the whole picture, you see this isn't just another tool. It's an entire suite of agents that can plug into every part of your job, from research and marketing to sales, operations, and all that admin stuff. It's a total transformation of your workflow. Which leaves us with one final big question to think about. When your browser is no longer just a window to the internet, but it's your coworker, your assistant, and a team of specialists all rolled into one, what does that make you? What new role do you get to play when all these other tasks are handled for you?